Nardini here, and I'm going to try something new today. So popular on the internet right now are these unboxing videos. So I'm going to do an unboxing of a game that we have for review that we're going to be reviewing on the website called Ikusa from Wizard of the Coast. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly. And this game was sent to us by Wizards of the Coast. We can't wait to review it. I actually am not going to be doing the review of Ikusa. I'm going to be doing this unboxing, but I'm going to pass this off to one of our writers who has had experience with the actual game Shogun and Samurai Swords, which were the games that are the predecessor of Ikusa. Ikusa is actually just a re-release of, though I imagine there's a lot of restructuring, especially with the components, which is what we're going to look at today. But it is a re-release of Samurai Swords, which was, before it was Samurai Swords, was Shogun, an Avalon Hill game from their Game Masters series. So this was originally published in 1986, and I played a lot of I played a lot of two Game Master games in that series, but I never actually played Shogun. I played a lot of Axis and Allies, which I'm sure everybody knows. It's a very popular, it was a very popular World War II game, and it exists again. It was republished also by Wizards of the Coast under their Avalon Hill moniker. And Fortress America, which would be really neat for them to republish. It was kind of a wacky, everyone's attacking America kind of game. It was very interesting, but I do remember both those games pretty fondly. So anyway, this is Ikusa, and we're going to take a look at what's inside the contents, and we'll see if fans enjoy these unboxing videos. I've seen so many different unboxings for different things. Let's check out what's in Ikusa. Number one, the box is big, and it's nice, heavy, oh my goodness. And they sent us this lovely, I think this thing is so cool, a lovely letter opener, and that's what we're going to use. Now, my understanding of Samurai Swords is that once they're drawn, they're supposed to draw blood. In this case, it'll be drawing plastic. We'll draw our Samurai Sword letter opener and go right in. We're going to go right in and take a look at the contents of this. I'm going to make a prediction, knowing I just recently reviewed a Wizards of the Coast board game, The Legend of Dritz, and it was fantastic. So I have a pretty good feeling that we're going to be looking at some high quality components. So let's take a look. First things first, plastic away. And sheathe my blade, and let's dig in. I always love that sound, the sound of a board game or box set being opened. So, taking a look inside, we've got, oh, now these are interesting. These are the component holders, I believe, for each player. So it supports 5 players. These are really nice. Molded plastic. They're made to look kind of like a traditional Japanese, like kind of like a fortress house. You can see though there's the stonework, and the front side's made to look like a house there. Bags. These are the figures that go with it. They look to be around probably 20 millimeter figures. You could, in theory, paint these if you wanted to. For some board games, like I painted my Castle Ravenloft set. I'm going to paint my Legend of Dritz set. For these, I don't know that I would paint them. Number one, 20 millimeter is not a scale that I'm in love with, and number two, they look nice, and I'll pull some of them out to look at closer, but they're not super finely detailed, but they certainly do the job. They certainly do the job. Box here. More components here. And we've got, let's see. Oh, and under these other houses, here we go. So there's 5 sets of soldiers, and we'll take a look at some of those. We've got 6 12-sided dice, a bunch of tokens, some coins, some pagoda-like houses, and some gray soldiers. And I wonder if these are going to be, these might be the titular samurai, or they might be mercenaries, but I suspect they're samurai. Possibly Ronin, I guess, if they're not aligned. But once again, I don't know the history of the game. We've got a set of cards. Everything's packaged really nicely. I love this little box that some of the components came in. It's very cool, characterful. Has pictures that would fit with, be fitting with miniatures. There's some cardboard just to make sure everything seats nicely. This you can obviously throw out once you open up the game, but for packaging purposes, when these things get tossed into from shipping and whatnot to protect, keep everything tight so it doesn't get damaged at the board. Unfold it. Bring the camera in a little bit closer and we'll take a look at the board. So this is the Ikusa board and it is lovely. First of all, it's durable, well-made board. The art, it's got art all over it. It kind of has this neat faded map look, so it looks like an old map, the way they did the design on it. And it's got depictions of the same artwork that's going to be on the front of where you're commanding from, which is a nice addition. And it's got, I would never be able to remember all these names, but all these little parts are named, and I imagine these areas factor in with movement going around different provinces and whatnot. So, really nice board. Really nice board. Well made. Folds up easily. Once again, taken care of. It'll last a really long time. All right, here, including there's a deck of cards that I'm sure is important to the play. Like I said, I did not play Samurai Swords. I'm going to try to open this here. If I need to, I can always reach for the katana. And so, if I can peel this off. I know this is riveting television here. Ah, got it. Okay. So, peeling off the plastic, let's take a look at the cards. They use playing card stock on these, so these are nice. These will actually, they feel thin, but you can see they're plastic coated. So these are going to hold up to play, and they're probably going to shuffle really nicely. They'll probably shuffle quite well. Assuming, now I'm going to shuffle these, assuming that you're supposed to shuffle them, but I actually don't know. So that'll be interesting when I select a member of our team to review this. I hope that they are supposed to be shuffled. Oh yeah, they shuffle really well. Now this is cool. I could tell this from looking at the outside of the box, so I'm going to put one of these together. So the neat thing about this is, okay, so here's the playing guide. This talks about the units. It's got your turn order is here. It's got, there's the die roll that they need to hit. So this is awesome. A summary of play. It's right on the back of one of these. And this is the neat thing about this. It slides right in. That is, you have a little bit of bend. It actually has spots to bend it. So you know where to bend it so you don't mess them up. So you sit behind this as the player and you're planning out your strategy. And it's got all your little go down. It'll help you with the turn order. Turn order is right there. Very convenient. Really well designed and laid out, but super cool. Like, it's gonna be fun to be looking over at the other player, planning your next move. Where are my gunners going to go? Where are my swordsmen going to go? Where are my spearmen going to go? Awesome idea. I love that. And the art's nice. You can see there's individual art for each one of these. And you'll be able to pull them off for storage without too much of a problem. They only kind of sit in here. So you don't have to worry about them getting all torn up by being stuck in and pulled out and stuck in and pulled out. They really sit in rather gently, but they stay. But there's one for each color, and they show a different warrior on each one. So, awesome idea. I love that. The thing that's nice about that is a mix of form and function. Something else lurks inside here. So here are the actual, there are some red coins, the red colored plastic. There are some two-part pagoda style buildings. There are some gray samurai, which I suspect are probably maybe Ronin samurai, like mercenaries. And these figures are about, I'd say they're about 20 millimeters, or maybe like in a weird kind of half scale. Like they're a little bit bigger than 15s, I think just looking at them. I'd have to pull a 15. They might actually be 15. I'm not sure. But they're actually fairly detailed sculpts. You could probably paint these up with just a really quick job if you wanted to. If you wanted to have a complete painted set. Some people do paint their board game figures in the same way that I like to paint miniatures. I actually did paint my Castle Ravenloft set, and I plan on painting my Legend of Drizzt set because I like the miniatures so much. So these are really nicely sculpted. They seem pretty durable. Little hint of a mold line you could really scrape off quite easily. So, and they come in 5 different colors, one for each player: brown, purple, This kind of orange brick red. This military style green, which I love, this like drab green. I would really want to use those when I was playing. And this very, very nice blue. That was the first Play Unplugged unboxing. So I need to know what you think, so feel free to please leave a comment, or leave a comment for us on Facebook, or leave a comment for us on Twitter, so I can find out whether we should do more unboxings. Thanks for watching.